Where you were that day, did you consider if these men in the pipe, their lives had to be saved, quick and urgent action had to be taken to rescue them?
Yes.
Did you consider that you all took quick and urgent action?
We took quick and urgent, hold on, because quick and urgent action to try to de-risk going inside a pipeline that had oil, right? And also, we did not know what was the cause of the incident, right? So if it is, I could turn it around and say, Paria also took action by telling LMCS not to dive. Paria also took action to say, listen, hold up. Are you sure you want to dive in there? Because these are the risks too, huh? Someone's lives could be lost, huh? It's a balancing act, right?
It might be a different balancing act if it was your father that was in the pipe or your son. I think we'll take a break then.
No, that's not fair.
No, is there an objection to that?
Because
I
don't think it's fair with the greatest of deference to do that to the witness. We on this side representing Paria has been respectful and sensitive to Mr. Ali and all of that. It's only fair that we extend the same respect and deference to Paria's witnesses who would have been on the obvious. It's not a family, yes, but she's a human being, as Mr. Ramada would say.
All right, you made
do you know my part?
No, of course. No, it's not my intention. I say straight away, it is not my intention to upset anybody, and I have been meticulous in trying to avoid doing that. And of course, I'm very sorry that you are upset by this, Ms. Balkissoon. But part of the risk analysis must include the person being willing to go into a pipe and take a greater risk. I cannot divorce myself from the fact that if it were my son, I would take a risk that I might not if it were not my son. And that is a perfectly reasonable, just a moment, Ms. Balkissoon, it is a perfectly reasonable factor to take into account. And I simply ask in the question whether or not there were willing people prepared to enter the pipe and that risk, whether that was factored into deciding whether to prevent people from going into the pipe. That is all I am interested in ascertaining. It's certainly not designed, and I regret deeply that Ms. Balkissoon is upset by it, but it does seem to me that it is a relevant factor, because everybody who has a child or a father would wish to make a different decision to the professional who may not be prepared to enter a pipe. You might be prepared to risk your life far quicker if it were your son or your father than you would if it was a stranger. That is a factor. And to prevent somebody from being able to do that, even if they're putting their own life at risk, considerable risk, is a big step. And that is the only purpose for which I asked that question. And I'm sure Ms. Balkissoon, I'm sorry, I apologize to you personally. I don't want to upset you, but it is a factor and something which I'm interested to know whether it was calculated as part of the overall assessment.